Just gotta set up quickly. Get everything ready. Take a second. Record this for my mama. Alright. This week's Parshat. Parshat Vayikra. So the main idea of this Parsha is it talks about, the korbanos. The only problem about that is that we don't really have a Mishkan or a temple anymore. So it's really hard for us to relate to, this Parsha because we can't really be serving God like that. Well, because we don't have the utensils and the structure, buildings. Anyways, but there are very key, important parts of this Parsha where you can use of serving God. So let me read one pasuk that stood out to me in this parsha. It's the second pasuk in the whole parsha. So read it up there. Daber b'nei Yisrael v'marta lehem Adam ki yakriv mikem karban l'Adonai min ha'behema min ha'bakar u'min ha'tzaon ta'akrivu et karbanechem. So I'm not going to talk about this whole parsha. This whole pasuk, but there's one thing that just kept hitting me, and I couldn't go on with it. Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when a person from among you will bring an offering to Hashem. What does it mean from among you? Why couldn't it just say from the Jewish people, from a Jewish person? Why does it have to say among you? It's like a weird phrase of how they did it, how Hashem wrote the Torah. I was like, caught my eye. So I have a few sources here. I have my very trusting source, Rav, I don't know if I pronounced this correctly, tell me if I'm wrong, Rav Aiden Steinsaltz, is that? Steinsaltz. So he gives a very interesting idea where he pretty much says that the Jew isn't offering a korban of an ox or a cattle or flocks. It doesn't matter. It's not that. He's actually offering himself. He's giving himself to Hashem. It's an offering of you and your possessions and everything. So I was like, that's a good idea. I really enjoyed that. So I still kept looking. And I was like, and I saw something from Rav Soloveitchik, and I was like, gotta add this into my Dvar Torah. So what he says is, he mentions that during this time period, human sacrifice was very much looked down upon by the Jews because, everyone was doing it. It was like, there's something wrong with that. They didn't like it. But even though it almost happened in Akedah Yitzchak, but Hashem said no. We don't do that stuff here. We're better than that. So, it's the alternative way of sacrificing yourself. You're not sacrificing your physical body, it's your spiritual self. All your possessions, everything you have to serve Hashem, the one. And when you do it without losing your life, without getting rid of your body, anything like that. My moral from this is that you should serve Hashem with everything you have, with all of your beings, all of your possessions, everything you should do be towards Hashem. I also want to just quickly add that when we are davening and we are saying brachas, don't just say the brachas. Don't just daven just by reading the words. Think of what it means. Think of what it's saying. Try to understand what it means and do it that way, so you'll have the kavanah and the greatness to serve Hashem.